Hello everybody and welcome back to PGR BRUZDA. So you may be looking at the top right hand side of the screen. You're not? Okay, well have a look up there now. You'll see we only have £8,258. Now we did have over 100,000 before. So you may be thinking, well, where's it gone? What have you bought? I've actually bought a cultivator. Yes, it's exciting as a cultivator. But yeah, it's not any old cultivator. It's a huge one. It is very big. We're going to need our Fendt 930 for it, and in fact the Fendt 930 is 50 horsepower short of the requirement. But as we know Farming Simulator quite well, you don't necessarily have to have the correct horsepower. Unless of course you're running something on the PTO, then you may be caught out. So what we're going to do is grab our cultivator which we currently have. I do know where it is. It's over here. One of the first times when I've known where something is. And yeah, we're going to go and take it over to the store and sell it. As mentioned, I've already bought the new one, so it's just going to be as simple as swapping it over and then cultivating field number 15, which is the field which we were doing the baling in and the combine harvesting a few episodes back. When we've done this, which really should not take too long at all, I think what we're going to do is create another area for the bees, and actually the bees do have to have a bit more work done to them anyway. Now I'm going to play in either times 30 or times 15. If times 30 becomes too much, I'll drop it down again, but it needs to be fairly fast. The reason why it can be fast is because we don't have any animals at all, so we don't have to keep on top of them, which is good. It's actually quite a good thing. The burden has been taken off us, so yeah, we can just play at a fairly leisurely rate. The days can pass by fairly quickly, which does actually mean we're going to do better in the long run because withering is switched off, and of course the beehives are going to be created faster, and then I suppose the honey will be created faster as well. That's the field in question. That needs to be cultivated. We've done quite a bit of cultivating recently over on Dusty Cove, so I'm quite wary as well that we shouldn't do this for too long. But it's of course on a totally different scale. This is so much bigger. In fact, this is about the same width as the cultivator we were using on Dusty Cove. The new one is going to be totally different. 14 metres I think it is. And the only reason why I know this tractor is going to be able to tow it is because the map is flat. If the map wasn't flat, I wouldn't have bought it, because there'd be no way it'd be able to tow it. Right, so yeah, I think that time is actually passing too quickly. I've put it down to 15. Should be better. Let's go in first person view. The shop is just up here. And I'm really looking forward to having a really productive bee farm. Because the thing is, I've done it before. We've done the bees, but we've never had it really productive. It was a bit of a waiting game, really. We had to keep waiting for some honey to produce, and then we didn't really get anything out of it at the end, but we did know that it was profitable. So on a big scale, this farm could become multi-millionaires. That could be our goal. I can't finish this map until we're multi-millionaires again, without cheating. We would have to have a lot of beehives and bee houses. £21,956. Seems alright. And there it is. Along with the quad bike. Or four-wheeler. Same thing though. I think it's the Americans that call it a four-wheeler. But in the UK it tends to be called a quad bike, and then yeah, if I call it one but not the other, yeah, I get told off. So four-wheeler, quad bike, same thing. Quad means four, so yeah. There's not really a difference. So let's put these beacons on, warn the traffic, which I don't think there is any of, that we've got a very tall but not very wide load. It is actually very impressive the way it compacts it. It's only the width of the tractor. I'm also looking forward to doing the maize harvest. That's going to be good. It's going to be silage, so that's going to be in an upcoming video. All of the equipment will be rented except for the trailer and tractor, because it's just not really worth us owning a forage harvester. So here we are. This is the field. You can see how big this is. It folds out twice, so it is huge. Look at the size of that. We're going to make very short work of this. In fact, it's going to be in the form of a time lapse, so yeah, should only take a few minutes. Probably best that we turn the beacons off. And I think we should probably sell the bales which are remaining up here as well, either today or tomorrow. Before I do start the time lapse, I just want to make an apology to Luke47, who created Rosewood Farm, or who is creating Rosewood Farm. I actually called him Adam47. Very embarrassing and very unprofessional, so I apologise to you for doing that. But hopefully you enjoyed the map tour anyway. Must be very insulting calling somebody by their wrong name, but yes, I do apologise. So let's now start the time lapse, and I will see you in a second. Okay, all done. So what we're going to do now is just head back to the farm, drop this off, and then it's going to be time to go and create another area for the bees. Now, obviously it is now 12 minutes past 6, which means there isn't too much time left before it goes dark, but I'm hoping we're going to be able to create at least another area this side of midnight. That would be ideal. That is quite a swarm. Oh, before we do go back, we must do this, because obviously if there's any beehives waiting, oh yeah, that's a big jump, then yeah, it's just basically wasted money, because when the beehives are in there, it's producing honey, and therefore it's also producing money. Honey and money. The next one may well appear fairly quickly. Oh no, it's out of wood. It's out of wood. Right, so Mr. Happy Smiley, who is just here, is out of wood. Oh, it's nowhere near out of wood. 87%. That's weird. One thing which I was just thinking is, where's my pile gone? I'm sure I had some left over. Clearly not. So no, Mr. Happy Smiley is still working. He was just hiding around the corner. 87% means that it's barely used any at all. There is still over 10,000 litres. Litres? Of wood? Is it really measured in litres? More like weight or something. Actually, no, you shouldn't measure it in weight, because obviously it dries out. So you're basically paying for the moisture. It should be measured in the size. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. What we need to do is, yeah, take this tractor back. I really do like this tractor. I think it's a nice one to have on the farm. And as it's just proven, it's very capable of towing the huge equipment. This cultivator says it requires 50 horsepower more than what this tractor can offer, and it didn't have any issues at all. And actually in that field there was a gentle slope, and it didn't really pull it down the slightest bit. So yeah, top work from the fence. Bit of promotion for Fendt there. I do think Fendt are good, but Fendt, Massey Ferguson, Voucher, they're all very similar really. It's all under the Agco name. And Challenger, but obviously Challenger don't really make tractors like this. So where can we put it? It's not even going to fit in a shelter, it's too tall. It can stay outside. The other cultivator was outside. So, oh no, it may fit in here if there's space, which there isn't. Okay, so that hasn't really gone to plan. What I'll do then is move the Manitou, get it started up. Oh, I've got something to talk about. Multiplayer. Yes, I did say that there could well be a multiplayer session every week or 2 weeks, and obviously it's been a while since the previous one. It really comes down to when I'm available, and I've been extremely busy for the last few weeks, ever since that one actually. I'm going to try and open the server up very soon, possibly this weekend, but again, I'm very busy this weekend, so in maybe next week or next weekend. But yes, I'm hoping to get Cobra Park Farm back open so we can continue the mini-series. It's pretty good. We'll turn the engine off there, we'll keep the tractor attached, because then it can stay on there for next time. And yeah, which is the best machine to use? I suppose the Manitou. We don't really need a agricultural vehicle as such, but we might as well just have one there, just in case. Now I really should not be cutting across the field, it's such a good shortcut. I think when it goes totally dark I'll increase the speed to times 120. Which way do we go? It's a bit of a maze. Now obviously, the next season's map I want to play is the West Coast by Bullet Bill. But the next standard kind of map where we don't have seasons, I would like it to be something like Baldacchino, but I don't even know if Baldacchino is out for FS17. I think it might be. If it is, it would go down pretty well. That is really what kicked my channel off. I should have turned left before. But yeah, it is my most viewed video. Baldacchino Part 2. I don't know why, but it is. Over 3 million views. It's weird. I still don't understand it to this date. But those weird things can happen. Just one video takes off and then does really well. Usually, it would be for a particular reason. So for example, you've got either an incredibly good video, which has been shared, or you've got a misleading title or thumbnail, also known as clickbait, which I don't think it is, it's just Baldacchino Part 2. Or, I can't think of a third one. I suppose, yeah, if it comes up really well in the searches, which it may be doing, that would make it do well also. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, this is our beehive production plant. Now what we should do really is fill up every house with the maximum number of hives first. But I don't think there's any harm in actually creating the next complex, because it's going to be, like I say, a multi-million euro business. There's Mr. Happy. It doesn't want to be too far away, but as somebody mentioned before, if you have it in a different place, it's very beneficial, because then there'll be different bees which can come to your house or hive, and yeah, if there is some kind of I don't know, disease in the area, then it won't be spread as easily. So from here, we're in every field, so it doesn't really matter where we go to, but I was looking at that area near field number 2. It could be quite interesting, and obviously it's a direct route from here, so it could be good logistically. We'll have to see. That is quite a nice sunset. All we can do really is have a bit of a hunt about and see exactly what it's like. I didn't think it was too far. Just up here. Yeah, these fields are so massive. They go on forever. Right, this is it. This is it. I don't know if this is actually an entrance to it or not, but actually, it looks pretty decent. There must be plenty of bees around here. It's going to be dark very soon. Well, all we can do is get it all set up. And yes, thank you as well to all of you who mentioned the difference between these two. One of them, which is this one here, creates basically packets which you can move by hand. Not great big pallets, which this one does. I'm going to stick with the pallets because I think the pallets are better. You can move more in one go on a trailer, and really we don't even need to have packets which you can move by hand. So these are quite expensive. Don't think there's going to be many here. 3, that's going to run us dry. And then we need a fence as well. Or do we? Do we need a fence? I don't suppose we do actually. It was just to keep it neat from the other place, but yeah. It's a bit of a waste of money. It's £250 per panel. That could have been better. And yeah, there's nothing really to block off in this area. So yeah, I think that is good enough. If we can find some hardcore or something, some wood chips, we will stick it underneath here just to make it look a bit better. I probably shouldn't have put them here, maybe right at the top. But if we become this multi-million-pound business, we can of course move these. It costs money to move them, but that is what we will do. Anyway, that is that done. So I think it's going to be nap time. I'm going to speed the time up. And as we've just built a house for a bee, we'll get in it and go to bed. Oh, look at this. There's even food in here too. Nice. Well, that didn't do us a lot of favours financially, but when we start to sell this stuff, it's going to be fantastic. The honey is worth a fair bit. Anyway, as time has passed, it means there's going to be more hives ready to put into the houses, so let's just head back down there and we'll do that. And it's going to be a slow start, every business is, but eventually we're going to be very profitable. Of course, if anybody's got any tips for me, please do give them out, but don't say anything like, you shouldn't be doing this, you're just never going to make any money doing this, it's just ridiculous. I need support to make this multi-million-pound business. I don't know if it's going to work. No, wait, it is going to work. We must stay positive. It's definitely going to work. Now obviously we are going to balance our earnings by harvesting fields and all that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to have to do next. That is definitely the next job. A bit of harvesting to get some income in. Let me just see here, let me just drop that down. Another hive can go into that one. Down there. Oh, that broke it. Get in. Get in. Right, that one's got 2. That's now building up again. No progress though, 0. So starting again. 500, that's full, isn't it? That is full. Oh, okay, they're all full. So the next job is to move them all out of the way and create a bit of a pile. Now I think we've got a flatbed trailer. It was attached to the 930 when we started. So if we bring that over, we can start to stack on there. Now I did this in Sandy Bay, and I said we're going to create a good stack and then we'll take it all in one go. But then it didn't really turn out too well. And the main reason why is mainly because we just didn't have enough of the bees. So they were never really producing enough. You know what, I'm going to put a track in here. I'm going to build a road next episode. This needs to have a road. It's a perfect cut through. The only alternative is to go right round past field 15, which isn't really worth it when we can just drive across our own field. I don't know if it's going to be hardcore tarmac concrete, I'm not too sure. Sand. In fact, post down below, what material should we make the road out of? Should it just be a dusty farm track, or should it be properly done? Let me know. Also, today is usually spin tyres, but I think what I might do is replace spin tyres with Car Mechanic Simulator. Because I do want to play Car Mechanic Simulator, but as I'm trying to stick to this schedule and then create bonus videos, it is becoming quite hard. So I think it's going to become one of the main videos. Obviously dropping spin tyres for the time being, but we may return to it again in the future. I always have done before. Spin tyres is quite old as well, so it's not exactly a very popular game to play. I mean, it's a brilliant game, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you just get a feeling that you're not getting that many viewers on certain videos. And obviously I'm really grateful for the amount of views I get. It's ridiculous as it is. It's just, I know that a lot of people want to see Car Mechanic Simulator anyway, so I might as well do that, and it will likely get more views, so it seems like the obvious choice. Not that I do it for views, as such. It's very nice to have views. Does that not attach to that? Oh, what? Oh well. Let me just see. The Valmet, yes. So many people picked up on this being the tractor off, what do you call it? Mice and Macar. And I think you're right, actually. I think it is. It's a Valmet. I'm not sure if it's the same number, but it looks identical. So that's our topper. Drop that off there. And this can tow the trailer. I just made quite an interesting discovery. It turns out that we actually have 4 trailers. We had 5. I've just sold one, which has brought us out of debt, which is great, but we've obviously got quite a good supply of trailers, so we can sell loads more. We still have a huge trailer, which I think I'm going to keep for the silage harvest. As you know, it does create a lot of chaff, so there's not really much point in selling that. It'd be counterproductive, but we've got, I think, another 2 small ones, so they can go later. No point keeping them. Mind the skip. Now, this is a big trailer for this little Valmet, but I think it's going to be okay. I hope it's going to be okay. We will drive the Manitou, and this can be the last time we have to drive over a grass field. We're going to make it a proper production plant where it actually has access roads. That's kind of one of the reasons why I was going to do it as concrete or tarmac, but as mentioned before, I'm going to leave it down to you just to give me ideas. I'm not going to do like a vote where we see exactly how many people have voted for a certain thing. I'm just going to have like a general idea. So if it looks like most people have voted for concrete, we'll go with concrete. It's just going to be like a visual vote. But yeah, we've got a lot of things to move here. We've got 5 pallets, and then the next pallets will spawn almost instantly. And I think maybe the trailer should stay outside of here, although it could go in the front there, I suppose. Yeah, it could do. Let me just give it a wide enough turning space, as it's going to be quite long. It will likely still get stuck. That is muddy. Oh no. The nimble Valmet is pretty good. Yeah, Valmet and Vulture. They were... what's the deal with them? They were either in like a partnership kind of thing together, or it's the same company. I'm not entirely sure. Right, so when that levels off a bit, it needs to be straighter. And there we go. We'll stop it. And, oh no, look at that. I've actually put them too close. I didn't think of that. Duh. Yeah. A brain is required to do this kind of business. We may have to get a really small tractor to move the rest of them. Or, we can actually pick them up by the side and then spin them around. That would work. And also, first person view may be useful. Right, let me just collect all these up. And there we have it, we have got 5 pallets of honey now on the trailer. It's our stock. And yes, I think you will have definitely seen from that video that this is just way too tight in here, but I think for a smaller tractor, a really nimble tractor, or maybe even a little forklift like an industrial one, it would actually fit in here very well. So I'll see what I can do. Obviously the planning here is poor. I forgot to think that you actually have to get a vehicle in, but at some point we could shift some things across. It's a shame you have to spend more money to move stuff. In fact, that is a big shame. I'm surprised you can't just move them. It's just the way it is. But yeah, that is a good start, I would say. We have got quite a lot of potential money on this trailer. We're going to fill it up totally. I don't know what the limit is. It doesn't have a limit, it appears, but yeah, it's going to be full before it goes anywhere, and then we'll sell it all in one go, and it should be an impressive haul. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and remember to just post down below what you think to the track. You can see vaguely where it's going to go, our new access road, and yeah, that'll all be tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.